Like, you know how Twitter's updated over time?
I hadn't thought about that one.
I got it.
Did you hear what he said? You know how sometimes your apps on your phone update? They say you got 10 new updates? I hadn't thought about that. That's good. Very good.
Mine kind of like things on the internet update, like websites and things like that.
Okay, so we got updates.
That's really
Alright, here's what I thought. Here's what I thought. Evolution, alright? You remember back, well you may not remember, but we started out with these websites like MySpace, even Facebook. Okay? Where you couldn't do nearly as much. Year to year you get these new social media sites where you can do something new every year, right? Post pictures, your location, all different types of things, okay? So social media is evolving. And what about this? You used to could only view this, Twitter, if you're on Chromebook or a computer. Alright? But now you never look at it on those things. You look at it on your phone, right? Your smartphone. You got internet going through there. Okay?
Wait, can I answer mine?
Oh, hold on, go back to this one. This is probably my favorite one. Alright. How are these pictures connected? What did you say, Peyton?
I said that a little bit can get you a long ways because there's only a little bit of gold, but not a little bit, but a little bit in that plate, but they have all that food on the table. So.
Okay, I hadn't seen that. Logan.
They're both valuable. Because some people, food is valuable because some people don't get food.
Where does this come in?
Oh.
I thought that was just there for some.
Okay, that one's on me. Alright, here's what I thought. Alright, you got food on the table, right? How you get food? What do you need to get food?
Money.
Right?
Oh.
Right?
That's what I said.
So, money and gold, put food on the table. Where do you go to find gold at?
Down.
Down. You got to go in the ground to get gold.
I was thinking if you get money, but you end up going down. So
Alright, last one. I'm telling you, we better
But I
go.
want to do the color one. Yeah, me too.
We're going to do the color one. Ro, what you got?
It's dry.
It's dry there. But, okay, what does that have to do with this?
They're dry.
Please,
That's close. You're kind of touching on it. Okay, let's go.
There's not a lot of food and not a lot for animals. So, there's not a lot of animals there, so there may not be enough food. So, they can't live there, so they don't have a lot of food, so their population might be going.
What he's trying to say is not resources.
Alright.
Not enough resources.
Here's what I thought. Remember we talked about how dry the tundra was?
Yeah.
About how they barely get any rain? Alright, well if it's dry there, when you look at this, you think to yourself, why are these kids starving? Alright, they could be starving because there was drought, because they didn't produce enough food to feed them. Okay? Everybody see that? Oh. Somebody else might.
I did.
Right?
I did.
Alright, now I really want to hear what you have about this. Who had something good?
Oh. Mr.
Shelby.
Okay. Okay. So just tell you what I'm describing.
Please.
Go!
It's a light and a sky color, and it's the color of the ocean, and it's the
You
color.
can't say color.
Oh! Wait. It's a light.
Alright.
I described the girl on the umbrella, and I said that everything around her is colorful and happy, but she feels.
Can't say color.
I said colorful.
Well, can't say colorful either. Josh.
I said rainbow.
Rainbow. I've been getting a lot of that today.
Mix.
Okay?
Mine is very different.
There's nothing you can say. Take, what is it then?
You said there's nothing.
No, go ahead.
Okay. This is it reminds me of the ocean, and whenever I look up on an uncloudy day, and it's the fourth home of the rainbow.
That's awesome. I hadn't heard that today. Okay, that's good. Stand back.
Let Caleb go. I want to be Caleb.
That's very good. I hadn't heard that. That's close. Somebody might pick up on that. But those things we've been getting, like rainbows, and I had paint today and some different things like that. If I walked into a room and said rainbow, you're not going to think color. You're going to think, what is this guy talking about? You're going to think, you can go walk to the window over here, look outside, and be like, oh, there's a rainbow out there. If I say paint, come on, paint. You're not
Where?
going to know you're talking about a color.
Beige.
You're going to think about, are you painting the wall, the ceiling, different things like that. Okay? But see, the whole purpose of this entire activity, or serve this purpose rather, you are all thinking differently, okay? And what you're going to be asked to do is carry that over, especially into next week when we start talking about it.
So what was the right answer for
Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Now,
What was the right answer for the color thing?
there's not one. What's the point?
What was the closest to right?
Make it feel like a monkey.
Your idea was the closest that I've heard.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes.
Your idea. All right.
Hers is pretty
Evolution. Here we go. Y'all see these cool words I put up here? Can you see them? Can you see the words?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you could see them or not.
I see gradualism.
These are all words that are going to relate to it.
I see gradualism.
Here we go.
I learned in computer science.
Here we go.
Make your words look.
Maybe.
I see evolution.
All right, here we go. What do I always tell y'all about highlighted words or words that are bold? They're the most important. So, we're going to focus on these beautiful words that I've color-coded for us so that we'll remember things, right? Like we do our orange note sheets, and they're orange. It's a lot different than white. You're more likely to remember that. Okay, colors are powerful as well. Species, okay, so we talked about in the beginning, what is evolution? And we said it's a gradual change in species. We should know what species are. Okay, we stayed on ecosystems for, 3 weeks, 7 months, and 2 days. Alright? That's not even a real sequence of time. Alright. So we have species, similar groups of organisms that can mate one another and produce offspring. Alright, that's important, producing offspring, okay? Because evolution is not going to occur, like we said earlier, within that, organism A. He's not going to evolve. But his children and his children's children and their children's 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 children are going to evolve. That's where we're going to see evolution occur, okay? Because they had to adapt to different things. Alright, organisms, even humans, facing issues that require them to change and adapt. Alright, we've already talked a little bit about adaptations and things like that. And we talked about, especially, this is very important, the environment, food sources. To me, these are the 3 most important things about why evolution occurs. Environment, food source, and competition, okay? Those things require you to change. If you're subdued to them for long enough, alright? We all got that. Species changes over many generations, like we just said. This takes time. Dispersal, I want you to know that. We talked about dispersal. We had it in our warm-up today. Alright? Like we said earlier about Pangea, breaking up, environments changing, producers, prey changing, things like that. That happened initially through dispersal. Okay? We good with that? Everybody track it with me? Yeah. Alright, Darwin, we're going to look at his observations. They're very important to why we believe what we believe about evolution. Alright? Right?
Yes, sir.
Right, Brandon?
Yes, sir.
Hey, when you fall out of that chair,
hard.
bad things are going to happen.
I just fell out of the arch.
Alright. Here we go. Talking about Darwin. Tate, remember earlier you asked about why these species evolve and stuff. The best answer I can give you is 3 things like this right here. Look at this. Everybody pay close
What is
attention.
that, a little dragon or something?
We're going to see where Darwin traveled a little bit later on. Alright? When he was traveling through South America and some different islands. This is an iguana that he saw in South America. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Alright, this iguana here, the green one, was required to climb trees and eat leaves and different insects in trees, okay?
Yes, sir.
So if you look at his feet, I know it's kind of hard to see from as far away as you are, but his feet, you can see it in the book too. His feet, his toes are a little bit longer, a little bit sharper claws, because he needed to grip onto the trees so he could climb up them. Alright? Darwin noticed this, and he also noticed when he got to the Galapagos Islands that if you'll notice in the background, this one right here is sitting on top of rock. Alright? So more often than not, this guy here is going to be moving around on wet and slippery rocks, things like that, looking for different food sources. So he's got these shorter, more compact claws that allow him to climb better on rocks. Okay? This is So does that help answer your question a bit?
Adaptation.
My question was how it happens.
How it
But,
happens?
I mean, that was
We'll get to it.
good.
That's cool.
Oh
The finches. Alright, this is the most famous observation that Darwin probably ever made. Alright, and these are all the same species. This is what I need you to know. These are all the same species of finches. Okay? But if you'll notice, their beaks are different sizes. Alright, the ones on the top right here. What do you think they would eat?
Nuts.
Mouse.
Nuts. That's good. Alright, they may be picking up like acorns and things like that, different seeds. Okay? Alright, so they need these bigger beaks to be able to chomp down, break up those things and get to the meat on the inside. Alright, whereas these finches down here, you notice we're eating insects, good, like worms and different things like that. So they didn't require those bigger beaks. Alright? If you'll notice, I keep saying the word require. That's important, okay?
That's what they need.
Alright. What evolution is not?
Like,
Misconceptions. We all know what misconceptions are? Yes? Alright, it's like misunderstandings. Alright, this is what, a lot of times, what people think about a topic and it's wrong. Okay? They're very common. Alright? And you'll see through this. Evolution is a theory about the origin of life. We talked about that. That is not what scientific evolution is, and we will not be studying that. Okay? We're going to look at organisms, how they change over time. Now, that being said, just like every time we go over PowerPoints or anything, your questions are more than welcome. And I'm going to answer them as best as I can. Okay?
yes, sir.
So, evolution happened by chance. These are just some more common misconceptions that it's not science because it is not observable or testable. We are going to observe it and see how it's tested. Alright? So it is science, right?
Oh wait, so we're not gonna.
This may be the most famous picture on the earth.
What? I've
Alright,
never saw
can
it.
you see the look? You've all seen it before. You may not have seen this exact picture,
I've seen
but the little monkey walking up, he gradually gets bigger and bigger until he gets to be a man. I think this is the Beatles right here, actually. The Beatles? Y'all don't know the Beatles, do you?
I do.
I don't.
Anyway, so that's it. Like we talked about earlier, society has this view that that's what evolution is, this origin of life. But
That is like pretty cool.
That's like what
So
is
we're all monkeys.
oh
it's
god,
got a name,
No, we're
isn't
not.
it?
No,
We're
no, we're
mammals.
not.
there we are. Alright,
What?
how do we observe evolution around us? Alright, we all know what fossils are, right?
Yes, sir.
Either these ancient organisms like bones and things that we're able to observe, or they can be embedded in rocks like this, Josh. Okay, this particular one here is, it was embedded in a rock, so they were able to see the bone structure and things like that. And what they're able to do is look at these and tell, compare them to the species that they can see living now and compare size and different shapes and structures and things like that, okay?
He's got a big old wig.
Yeah. I think those are his legs, actually.
Ooh.
I don't know.
What's
I'm
that?
not sure what it is. No, that picture's mine. I pulled that from somewhere. Alright, finches. We talked about the finches, remember? Big size. Okay? A lot of times, I've been reading, a lot of times, and it says this in your book, I'm pretty sure too. Birds are, very often their wings are what evolves on them. Okay, their wingspans, the length of their bones and their feathers that requires or allows them rather to fly further, faster, or whatever. Yes.
Do birds' feet like grow like ours, like bigger?
Do they grow bigger?
Like you know how like when they're baby they're like really small and then
Yeah,
get big. Like do birds' feet do that too?
of course they do. Birds have tiny feet. They get bigger as they grow.
Oh, like them hawks. That Atlanta hawk.
I don't know.
Atlanta falcon.
Yes, Clark.
Also, birds are able to like set their feet on like the wires on like the
Telephone poles.
yeah, and we like can't touch it without gloves.
Yeah, like I guess that's because they have the material and the skin that they have on their feet allows them not to get like electrocuted and
Yeah,
things.
but they have to, their feet have to stay in that position. Like, that's what,
Hey,
that's what it's supposed
I
to
don't
be.
know, man. That's out of my range. I don't do electricity.
Oh,
Alright.
what?
Hey, everybody pay attention to this. Plants. Alright. So everybody, can you see this? This is rows of cotton. Now, raise your hand if you've never seen cotton in Hay Howard, Georgia.